cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. All right, guys, let's jump right into this. Now, today is Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. Isn't the week going so fast? Oh my goodness. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one an 8. It was really solid to me. They showed a lot of um, storylines that I want to see continue to grow and go further and start wrapping up. So I'm loving this. All right, but not this. I'm sorry, y'all. I love me some Fiona, but she and Valentine, it's giving boring to me. Y'all tell me what you think. Like, are y'all still into this storyline? It's they're still looking for Lucy, and Valentine has an informant come over. Her name is Renee, someone he's used to work with. And Anna starts off by calling this woman a rat. And I said, What? What? And so she and Valentine are kissing. I said, Valentine, you gonna kiss this woman on the lips after you just kissed Anna? You still got lipstick on your mouth. All right, child. But anyways, she said, I think they're trying to do catacombs or something to get in. They're trying to go through that way to get in and rescue Lucy. So he's entrusting this woman. I said, there's something about her I don't trust. And lo and behold, as soon as she gets done with talking to them, she goes and talks to Victor's man and tells them what would it be worth to get Anna and Valentine on a platter. And I said, see. And so then she comes back to Victor and excuse me, to Valentine and Anna, and she says, "Okay, everything is ready to go." So we do this now or later, and so Anna, she's like trying to pressure them to go ahead and get this done. And Victor said, Valentine says, "Let's do it now." And Anna is looking, but Anna is looking like I don't trust her, but she said, "Let's do it now." I said, "If y'all is Nana because Anna called her, if they go over here to Paris." And get caught by Victor, I'm done with this. Like, I am so sick of him catching people and then we never like they're doing this. I was happy when Lucy was acting, when she was actively on the screen. I don't want her off the screen and y'all just talk about her. I want to see her being, kidnapped and her talking all the time to the people and trying to knock them out. I would have liked to see that scene. Like, that's what makes this so boring. We just hear about things, but I would have liked to see Lucy try to escape and not been able to. That would have made an interesting storyline to me for some of the fillers that y'all have been doing, because this storyline ain't nothing but a filler. It has nothing to do with nothing except for them trying to take down Victor, and they're not going to. I don't know. I'm just frustrated with it. I'm over it. I'm over it. But I mean, y'all still watching, so I'll still talk about it. They're still airing it. Ooh, I like this. I like these two together. Now, did y'all hear that they are supposed to pair up um Ava and Austin? What do y'all think? I don't know if I would be mad at that. Let me tell you something. Ava looked amazing today. The makeup, the hair, the blouse, she's always wearing a classic black pencil skirt. She always looks so pretty to me. The earrings, it's just good. But anyways, there's a rumor that she and Austin are supposed to pair up, and I said, let me see how they are with chemistry, and then I'll say my thoughts, and y'all can tell me what you thinking. But okay, because Maxie wasn't it. But anyways, so Spencer calls Ava up and she said she almost refused, and he said he's glad she didn't. But I like this relationship with these two. And so he's talking to her and he tells her that he wants custody of baby Cassadine, the future heir. And she said, "What? Really, Nicholas? Your dad is gonna fight you for that." And he said, she was like, "What does Diane say?" Because he tells her he's talking about you know, getting Diane to represent. And she said, he tells her that Diane says there is a small chance it could work and that she would go to war for him if he did. And she said, well, if Diane is brilliant, so if she's saying that there's a chance and she represents you, then there's got to be some type of chance. And he says, so pretty much he's telling her, I need someone to help me with this. And he knows Ava, she don't like Nicholas or Esme. But she says, wait a minute now. Your father's gonna be upset. And he said that this child is innocent and this child needs to have the best future possible. So I don't care if my father's upset. And I know all about his dirty tricks, because she said he's gonna play all the dirty tricks he can. She said, I know. He says, I know all about that. I don't care. It's about an innocent child. And then she said, what about Trina? And he told her. She said, "Oh no, you had he just the look on his face. She already knew he hadn't told Trina." He said, "I've complicated her life enough. I'm not gonna add this to it." She was like, "All right," but she was like, "You need allies. You need somebody who doesn't mind getting down and dirty." And he said, "Got anybody in mind?" And she said, "Me." I said, "Oh, even her nail polish is good. You better be on this screen, Ava." Okay, so then we go over here to Esme and Heather. And baby, Heather can't contain her excitement. She's scaring this poor child. She's scaring this poor girl off. She's so excited to be around her. But I get it. She tried to protect Esme and keep her away from Ryan and herself. And so now she finally has the opportunity to see her, talk to her, and she can't help herself. Heather got to be Heather. You know what I'm saying? And so, but Esme, she doesn't know. She doesn't remember any of them. And so, but Heather does tell her, we stick together in here. She said, but stay away from Ryan Chamberlain. Because Heather said he wants Ava. But honestly, she does need to tell Esme to stay away from him because Ryan doesn't care about Esme. He only cares about Ava. What Esme can do for him as far as getting to Ava, he uses Esme. And Heather, I feel like out of both of the parents, even though y'all know Heather a little cuckoo, but out of both of the parents, Heather really does care about Esme and everything. So she's trying to, talk to Esme, and she's being overzealous. And so Esme is just like, God, is my bed ready? Because she's too much. And so Esme ends up leaving because Heather is just too she's smothering her, and so she ends up leaving. But Heather is just happy that she saw her. All right, so then we go on because I'm not gonna hold y'all long on that. Y'all know what it is. So then we go over here and we see Michael, Willow, and TJ, and TJ's in the room, and they say, how's everything going? Oh, I thought I closed this door. They said, how's everything going? And he said everything is good, right? Well, not good, but you know, Nina is that he gets a page and he says Nina is getting her blood work right now, so that she can give give blood for you, Willow. And he's like, okay. And so then they're like, um, I'm sorry, Mila's having her snack, so y'all might hear a little smacking. So then they're talking right, and he's just like, everything should be fine, Willow. Once Nina gives her blood and we see that she's a match, it should go good. And at this point, Willow, Michael, and TJ, personal feelings aside, they are praying that Nina is a match for her, because that is the best thing for Willow and the baby, for Nina to actually be a match. It's right here, mama. So then Sunny, we see Sunny and Nina, and baby, Nina is bouncing off the walls. And because y'all said in the comments, Sunny needs to control Nina, and not control her. I'm sorry, that's the wrong choice of words. But he needs to kind of squash some of her high expectations. He needs to give her a reality check. And he's trying, y'all. Because he understands that she's overwhelmed and she's super excited. And she has this daughter that um she didn't think she was going to have. And Nina's acting this role out because that's how you would be excited. I don't care if you hate, if you hate, you and your daughter hate each other or had bad blood between each other. If you always wanted a child, and every time you thought you had a child, it was ripped away from you, when you finally find out, oh my gosh, I have a child that's living and breathing, it's amazing. And so I don't expect anything less from the way Nina is acting. I would expect nothing less. So she's just like, oh my gosh, I finally have my child. I'm ready to get this blood work done, and we're gonna be a match. And Sonny's trying to tell her, Nina, like, I understand you're excited, but you need to calm down. You need to take some deep breaths, and you need to really understand what's going to happen after this. But then, okay, so then TJ comes up, and she says, TJ, are you doing my blood work? He says, no, I'm just going to be here as a friend of Willow. TJ has no storyline. TJ has no storyline. Where is his storyline? He says, no, I'm just as a friend of Willow. I'm going to be there unless you have a problem with it. And she says, no, do you have a problem with it? And then she tries to apologize to him again for, believing he and Willow were doing so. And he said, listen, this is about my friend and finding a cure for her. So if you don't have a problem with it, let's just find the cure, and and push everything else to the side. We're just trying to make sure that you can be a match for this transplant. And she was like, okay. So then they go um for the transplant, right? They go and do it, and Sonny has to tell TJ, because Nina is like, okay, let's do this, and okay, so after my blood, and Sonny has to tell TJ, give me a minute, because even TJ was like, okay, yeah, you can have that minute, because she is overly excited, and he tries to tell Nina again, like, listen, Nina, I know you're excited, but you got to think about what's going to happen after this. She said, Sonny, I just want one thing from you. Cause he's like, what can I do for you? Because before, Don and Avery, I believe, get shots and everything, he gives, give him a lollipop. I said, that's not a child. She said, well, I don't need a lollipop. And he said, well, what can I do for you? She said, just be happy for me, because he's trying to temper her excitement. And she's like, I just want you to be happy. I have a daughter. Be happy. And he's like, I am happy for you. But damn, Nina. So then Nina's giving blood, and Sonny has left, and TJ comes back into the room, and he said, I thought you would be gone. And she was like, no, she had some questions. She was like, so what happens now? And he's like, well, Lilo has to give birth, and then she has to have another round of chemo for her blood. I said, dang. And Willow was gonna hold it off another. This is a long process. And then we do the transplant, and then hopefully your cell, the good cells will take over. And I said, this is a long process. Willow couldn't hold it up this off longer. And I see why they would have wanted to do this earlier. But anyways, so Nina realizing, oh, this isn't just like, yeah, you're her mother. She's cured now. And then, but Nina tells TJ, it has to work. It has to work. So then we go over here, and Michael and Willow are talking, and he just can't believe that Carly kept this secret, and if they had said anything, if she had said anything, they didn't have to be in this position. And baby, then he looks out the window, he sees Carly, and he tells Carly, Willow needs to be stress free. She needs to rest. She doesn't need this. And and he was like, I thought you had left as well. And she said, I didn't realize that was the coward's way. So I wanted to speak to you. Right. And so she tells them, I want to speak to you. And Michael just tells her, no, not now. But then Willow tells her, no, Michael, let Carly in. So she comes in, and and Michael just tells Carly, no, she starts to explain, okay, I'm very sorry for what I did about keeping this a secret. And they said, yeah, we're in this predicament because you kept it a secret and it wasn't your right to do. And she said, you didn't want to know Willow. She was like, you didn't want to know Willow. And, I found out with Harmony, and then everything with Nita. I just thought I was protecting you. She has a lot of excuses. So all these people who talking about Carly uh admits, or she owns up, no, she didn't. She was making excuse after excuse, and she's always done that. She just always had Jason to clean up her mess. But so she's telling them all the reasons why she did what she did. And Michael said, I don't want to hear all that. You did this out of revenge. And she said, no, I didn't. And then Willow tells Michael, let me speak to Carly alone. And he was like, but she says, Michael, let me speak to her alone. So they do. And so Carly and Willow talk, and Willow just tells her, she tells Willow, I'm sorry. I should have told you. And Willow said, you should have. She said, I'm not a weak person. I said, well, I can't tell Weeping Willow. I see why Carly did. Now, I think Carly was wrong for this, because I said from the beginning, she should have just let Willow make the decision if she wanted to have a relationship with Nina or not. It wasn't her decision to make. And that's pretty much what Willow was saying. But I see why Carly did it, because we don't call her Weeping Willow for nothing. But but anyways, so she just tells Carly, I'm strong. I've lost a child. I didn't think I would make it through, but I did. And I'm not made of a glass house. I can do things on my own. It's not your decision to make for me. And Carly said, I know, because if somebody would have did that to me, like I did to you, what I would hate for someone to do to me, right? And so Carly says, Willow, will you forgive me? She says, I already have. And she says, she does forgive her. And I never expected Willow to be too mad at Carly. Now, what I am surprised at is how angry Michael is. And I think he'll get over it, but they say he's supposed to explode on somebody on Friday. Like he is supposed to go off. And I think it's Carly because of right now. I don't know. It might be Nina. It could be Nina or Carly because right now he just ticked. And so Willow forgives Nina, and excuse me, Willow forgives Carly, and I'm not surprised about that. I'm not surprised at all. She does look at her like a mother figure, and Carly looks at Willow like a daughter, and she knows she was wrong for what she did. I don't like that she makes excuses for it, because and they pretty much told her there's no excuse. So anyways, she leaves, right? And then Michael's in the chapel and he's saying this prayer, and he was like, Willow, Nina is the mother. He said, but right now I don't even care about that. We can deal with that next week. I just need her to be a match for Willow so that she can live. And so Carly comes in, and baby, she tried to hold Michael arm, and he he was stiff armed. Michael went stiff armed. I said, boy, if you don't stop. But he not in the mood. And I said, well, damn. Now he mad at, well, he's not as mad at Sonny anymore. I said, but whew, he is mad at Carly. And so Carly says, what can I do for you? And he tells her, it's not about me right now. This is about Willow, and I'm just focused on Willow. And he says, I know you want to talk and do all this, but I don't have time for this right now. And he really doesn't. I know Carly wants to, feel better about her guilt for what she has done, but he doesn't have time for this right now. Hey, mama. And that's pretty much all he's saying to her. Like, um, we'll do that with this another day. Hold on. Sorry about that. Got one of those scam likely calls. Anyways, he's like, we're just gonna have to deal with this another day, and he leaves her in the chapel. But he says Willow needs the prayer, so go ahead and stay in the chapel and pray. So then Willow has talked to Sonny, and she tells Sonny, come see me. So she texts him, I guess, and so he comes, and she tells him, Sonny, if I don't make it, and he says, stop talking like that. Um, Stop talking like that. You're going to make it. Everything's gonna be just fine. And she's like, no, Sonny, but if I don't make it, I need you to do something for me. And he was like, anything, what do you need? And she said, I need you to um take care, make up with Michael. Like that's what I need. I need you to make up with Michael. And once you make up with Michael, because if I don't make it, he doesn't know it, but he's going to need your support. So she said, do whatever you have to do to make up with Michael, and and y'all get back on good terms. And he says, don't talk like that. You're going to make it. She said, Sonny, you can't even guarantee that. And I like these warm moments that Sonny does have with Willow. I do like those moments that they're together and they're, being sweet, because I don't know, it's just nice to see. But anyways, so he tells her he's going to do everything possible for them to get on good terms. And I said, okay, I hope so. So then he leaves or whatever, and Michael comes back in and he tells her, I know you made up with my mom, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. And so she just holds Michael. Because y'all know Michael can hold a grudge like nobody's business. So then we go and we see Carly is in the chapel and Sonny comes in. And y'all, that's how General Hospital ended today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.